I'm Daniel Jackson. I'm from Public Model Club in Los Angeles. I'm an international model scout, placing models in the Asian markets, parts of Europe, and all over the United States. I came here to support my friend Essie. She invited me to come out. She asked me if I would come and speak with some of the young people that she recruits for her agency and just kind of talk to them and explain a little bit about how the business works on the end of what I do and what people look for.
Today's Talent Career Conference is about meeting people's needs, especially the artistic community. So often we think about what we have or what our skills are. And sometimes that skill is a natural ability to do something or to learn something that you're really good at. A skill is also something that you do that's a little bit better than most. So what we're here to do is to help people to find where their passion is and to be able to explore those passions and take them to the next level. The next level is, if I want to be an actor, do I have a headshot? Do I understand the business? Do I know what self-submitting is in today's market? If I want to be a model, then we're actually having them to email themselves material that we provided about the modeling industry and what all the different areas are that will help them to know where they fit in.
Essie particularly have brought several young ladies that I've met over the last 5 years that ended up doing very well. She scouted some very beautiful young ladies, some which were ready for the business and some which were not, which is kind of heartbreaking when you see a girl that you know can be a star and she has all the opportunities to do it and she just drops the ball and says, I'm going to get a boyfriend, or I don't want to do this anymore, you know. So that's heartbreaking when you see the ones that really have it.
Some of the people include a young lady, Mercedes Griffith from Malvern, Arkansas. Malvern is now one of the markets that I get a lot of people from. She's filming Orange is the New Black. She's also with some of the top agencies in New York, Children's Fashion Week. She's also done project of on CBS, the TV series Person of Interest.
She is 12-year-old Mercedes Griffith. She is from Malvern, and she is quickly making a name for herself as a talented actress who can hold her own. She joins me tonight via Skype from outside New York City. And Mercedes, thank you so much for your time. It's wonderful to talk to you.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Thank you for having me.
Tell us, how did you get your start in acting, being from Arkansas?
Well, I went to an open call in Little Rock with Essie Ward of Major Market Models and Talent, and she brought me out to an expo, and from there I saw the opportunity and I took it.
Coming from Malvern, she has made great strides in her career, but we also have Kiara Ridgel. Kiara's from Monticello, Arkansas. We've signed her with agents in LA, New York, and Dallas. She lives that dream life of a model. She's been placed in a model's apartment, all her expenses fronted, and she's been given a driver. She's on Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. She does Kim Kardashian's jewelry line. She's one of the Jimmy Fallon girls. She's one of the Project Runway models. So her career has changed tremendously within the time span of 2 years. We have Ryan Perry. Ryan started out just saying, I've always wanted to model, and now he's modeled all over the world. Ivy Levan, she's modeled all over the world. We're also representing Stevie Perry. Stevie became Miss Teen USA. We got her first contract signed in LA, and now she's back in LA modeling after receiving the scholarship and attending the New York Film Institute. So we've got some success stories of children as young as 8 and some of the models as well.
She has a great eye for talent, and I met her at an event that I attend that she's been going to, and she's always brought some really good talent, trained very well, and she's done really well with the models that she's brought in. She's got a good eye for that. The girls are trained very well, you know, and she's brought some great young children in so far as acting and commercial actors.
Working in a smaller market, my job is to find amazing people in this small market and then connect them with agencies in the local, in the major markets like LA and New York. So let's say a person comes to me and say, I want a model, and basically if that person reaches the criteria of a scale of at least 7 on my scale of 10, then what we do is take them on, go into development. So your parent agent is there to develop you and then put you in front of the major agents such as the ones in LA and New York. From that point, we split the contract. So it's really, really important these days to have somebody that you know that you can trust, somebody that's going to help you through the industry and make sure that you are well connected.
Coming from a small town like this, when they get out to the big world, or should I say they go to New York, they go to LA, or they go to Paris and they travel, they some of them have a tendency to forget where they come from. Having a parent agent or mother agent or manager is someone that can help you oversee and make the right decisions for your career. A lot of these young people have, they have a tendency to think, well, I know it all. And then sometimes it goes no further than where they got.
So, and that's what I do. I take the local market and take you from the local market to the major markets.
The most important thing is that developing and nurturing and grooming them from head to toe, how to dress, how to eat, how to keep their skin together, keeping their hair together, everything, the aspect of being a good product when she puts them out there in the world and send them to New York or LA or Paris or Milan or even the Asian markets someplace. A lot of times the agencies now, they would much rather have someone develop these people so they can start putting them to work.
So one of the things that we do is we want to make sure that we're placing you with the right agency. So I look at your personality, your style, your look, what makes you who you are. And of course the idea is to place you with somebody that we know likes that. If there's a really good fit, then there's a match there. And then that agent will submit you for some of the top jobs, such as New York Fashion Week, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. They're well connected in the LA, New York, and the major markets. So your collection models, let's say if you're an actor and you want to submit and you need to be in LA, you have an agent there who can submit you directly to some of the top jobs. So our goal is to make sure that you are with an agent and there's a really good fit, and that makes the puzzle all come together.
It is a business first. It's a multi-billion-dollar business that represents young people and good-looking young people. That's the most important thing. So they have to come in a mindset and looking at it as it is a business. We get a lot of people that come in that think it's just fun to be cool, to be a model and be in the magazines. But at the end of the day, it's still a business. You get a lot of models that may say, I want to be with agency B, but they're a better fit for agency A. So it's really dependent on what's working for you. A lot of times people get confused because you have a lot of big agencies and big name agencies that they want to be with because they think it's cool. But a lot of times what's have popped up over the last few years have been the smaller boutique agencies who represent a lot of stars because you have more of a hands-on thing and closely developed and following the model, the guy or the girl, following their career and directing them on the right path to go.
It's critical for the person entering the business to have guidance. So often we make our mistakes in the smaller market and then we make even bigger mistakes in the major markets. And those little mistakes could sometimes cost you a career. So you want to find a parent agent or somebody in your local area that can actually help bring you through, someone who knows the ropes. And so it would be the best idea to seek out and find that person who you really fit with, there's a good match, and that person basically has some success stories. Some ones that say, if I did that for them, then maybe I can do that for you as well.
One of my old models who worked for his family business and went to hang some mini blinds at a house, and I called him to tell him that he booked a job. And he was so excited about the job, the client he was working for goes, why are you so happy? He says, oh, I just booked a job, I'm going to travel to Tokyo. And she goes, well, what do you do? He says, oh, I do modeling on the side. And so she gives him a picture of her son. She goes, well, what do you think about my son? He says, well, I'll take the picture to my agent and you can look at this guy and see, So she brought the picture to me. He brought the picture to me, and I look at the picture, and it's this kind of quirky looking guy with a big nose and curly, wavy hair. I thought, what do I have to lose? I have him come and see me. So he came in to see me, and ironically, another client just happened to come in town from Tokyo and saw this guy, and he looked at him and he said, "Ah, Gutto." He was Japanese. He says, "Gutto." Very kind face. And he looked at me. He goes, "This guy will do everything or nothing." And I thought, "Are you sure?" He goes, "Yes." And this guy ended up doing, well, he ended up making about $450,000 in 2 months. He did the Gucci campaign, he did the Valentino campaign, he did Calvin Klein, he did Trussardi. They even made fun of him in the movie Zoolander because he had such great success, and all he wanted to do was rock climb.
There are a few things that you look for in the business that you want to say, how can I know that I'm talking to the right person? And so often that is basically search deep within. If you know that you're wanting to be a model and you're 5'5", you're 17 years old, then it's probably not going to happen. So you want to be honest with yourself, and you want to listen to what that agent is telling you. If they're honest with you, then you can find those facts, say on the web, on the internet. You will know that this person truly is telling me what I know to be the fact. And so often we kind of fool ourselves. We want something so badly that we're ready to listen to anyone, but we can look up things on the internet these days. You can look at the supermodels and know that are they 5'9", 10, 11. You can look at the actors and know that so often it just takes having a desire and a look, but just know that this person is giving you the information and you can check those sources with other people.
Well, I'm seeing that there's a lot of talent here that wants to be in the business but doesn't know how to get out and get into the business. It's a small town, so there's not like there's a big booming market here. There may be some little local work, but for the ones that want to take it to the next level, you know, they really need to get out and they need to find a way out the right way and do it the right way.